Well, welcome everyone. I'm Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine, and we're about to have what I hope will be a very fascinating and important session today. And frankly, I'm sorry that we have to do this. It is a sad commentary that we're going to spend a few hours today talking about something that we really don't want to talk about, and that is someone coming into our school and threatening our children, shooting our children. It's just a very, very sad thing. Let me tell you a little bit about how we developed this course. As the Attorney General of the state, I have jurisdiction over and authority over OPATA, which is kind of one of the great jewels of this state. And what we do every single day at OPATA is give advanced training for police officers from all over the state in many, many different courses. We do a lot of online courses as well. Our whole goal has been to take these courses out to law enforcement officers around the state and make them accessible to them. We developed, after some of the shooting tragedies, we developed a course really aimed at how a police officer deals with an active shooter in a school, active shooter somewhere else. And we thought it was a very good course, and we got some good response from that course. But it was aimed at police officers. But then we started thinking, you know, who really is the first responder if there's a tragedy in a school? Who really is the first person that is there? Well, it's not the police officers. It's not the fire department. It's not any other normally what we think of a first responder. The people that respond are the people who are there already, and they're the ones that have to deal with it. And so it's the teachers, it's the principals, custodians, anybody in that school are the people who are really going to be the first responders. And so what we thought we would do is create a course aimed directly at teachers, directly at people in the school who really are the first responders. And frankly, the course is very similar to the course that we had developed for law enforcement officers. Took a lot of the same principles. Let me talk about what this course is not. It is not to teach you how to use a gun. Somebody else can do that. That's not what this course is about. It is not any kind of training like that at all. It's not self-defense, really. But what it is a couple things. One is how you identify a student or someone who comes into your classroom or comes into that school who might have a problem. What are the indicators that we all need to look for? And sadly, what we found is that as we look at what's happened in shootings across the country, and tragically we've had a lot of experience with this now, there's a pattern. And there's a pattern and indicators that should have tipped someone off before that person went into that school and started killing kids. Something should have tipped people off. And so what we're going to talk about today is what those signs are. Second thing we're going to talk about is what do you do if you don't identify that student or you don't identify that person is in the school, and all of a sudden, some morning, some afternoon, you've got someone killing kids in a school. You've got someone who is shooting. What's the best thing to do? And frankly, again, we go back and look at what we've learned in these different tragedies, and we try to put all those together and see what we've learned. And there's no easy answer, and there's no one set plan. But I think it's important that every teacher in this state, every administrator, every person who's in that school at least knows what is available out there. What are the best practices? What's the information that we know? Every case will be different. Every situation will be different. But at least knowing what our experience has been, knowing what's worked in the past, knowing what has not worked, will at least inform that teacher so he or she can make that decision. Fran and I have 8 children. We have 19 grandchildren. Our kids are now out of school. We have one daughter who's still in college, but now we've got grandkids in school. And you worry about the kids. The truth is, though, and I think we have to keep reminding ourselves this, the safest place for your kid for those 7 or 8 hours a day that they're in school, the safest place they could be is in school, statistically. You may worry about them getting to school, getting back if they're in a car, or what happens after school, but statistically the safest place they can be is school. So we need to kind of take a deep breath, I think, and fully understand that. But we also have to be concerned about what just might happen. And so that's what, frankly, this course is about.